Nay, I am doing a reaction video on Mama Kathy's toxic relationship live video that she did the other day. I was going through her video and I have some of my opinions I would like to share, but let's get into this video first.
Y'all look at Mama Kathy like, see the sparkle in her eyes and the smile in her eyes. No, this bitch can be evil when she wanna be.
What she's talking about on there right now is about don't play with her, okay? Basically, what she's saying is don't play with her, okay? Because you can get them hands, okay?
That's right, Lita. I'm telling you, no, I can't. That's right, Lita. I'm telling you, no, I can't help it. I gotta be that way. There's no other way for me to be. So anyway, toxic ass relationships. Okay. So anyway, I get a phone call today. My son, I'm a cancer, girl. I'm a cancer. July 1st.
Okay, I'm July 2, but I'm a Leo, okay?
July 10th. Cancer. Yes, we're cancer.
Oh, shoot, July 10th. I know somebody with a July 10th birthday.
Shaquana, you was in Texas and that is in Cleveland. How the hell is she gonna start this red bag? That ain't gonna work. Oh, exactly. So
If any of my
right
YouTubers, subscribers is online with me right now, please jump into this live and let's watch this so I can hear your opinion, your comment on this video. Let's just keep listening.
And then they come and they tell me that their person. Oh yeah, July 1st. Yep, that's us, Kansas. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. So anyway, this person was out at a nightclub. They ran into somebody they used to date, somebody who's harassing them, okay? And they harassed them every time they see them. So this person changed her phone numbers. It's a female. She changed her phone numbers. She blocked them on every social media outlet and everything. And she has a child with this person, but she decided, they're abusive. I'm not going to be with them. I don't want to be around them. They don't do anything for the child. They're not in the child's life. So let's keep it that way. Let's keep it moving. So this person saw her out at a nightclub with about 4 girlfriends of hers, okay? And she said when she see them out, she be cordial, she'll speak, but she try to keep it moving. And but she said she don't ignore the person because they will get really ignorant and really try to act out in public. So this particular night, she was like, "Do you want to drink?" So she gave him a drink. Okay, bye bye. See you later. Well, it was somebody there, and he started conversating because they grew up together, so they have the same friends. So he started conversating with a person in the group, and so she got up to leave, and unbeknownst to her, he followed her. So now they're outside of the club, okay? And she's on her way to go get in the car because she drove with my niece. So she drove with my niece. So at any rate, my niece wasn't around, and what had happened was the person followed her, and when he followed her, he came to her with his fistball gun, right? So when he tried to swing on her, she kicked him and he fell. But when he fell reflexes and got the hell back up, he punched her in her face like about 12 times, wow, literally, and he stopped her.
Wow. So this young lady, I will take it, has been in this relationship with this young man at a time, which does not excuse that they are no longer in a relationship anymore. She's not with him. She chose to leave the toxic and the abusive relationship, and that was what she should have done. Hello, hello, hello. But at the same time, she's also is in a public environment with some other girlfriends, as we are hearing. She's with some girlfriends. It's only so much that we can do to protect ourselves as women, for one. For two, we have every right to defend ourselves, but again, we are very limited when it comes down to being a woman. So my opinion on that right there is that I felt, hearing this, the young lady should have immediately left the presence of this person. And not just by herself, but with the party she came with. Leaving out to go to the car or to get out of that space from that person by yourself was the wrong thing to do. Because at that point, now your girlfriends don't know where you're at. There's no bouncers or anything that, again, is aware of the situation. And again, being silent about it, again, does not bring attention to the situation that you are in. So that is why, my opinion, it was very important, for one, to leave out of that space with somebody and not by yourself. And then another, option that could have been was to have someone escort you out, because we are already hearing that this person was already very toxic, very abusive. And sometimes when you're going through a relationship like that, you have not just started that process. That's a process that has possibly built up a lot of tolerance. The reason why it gets so far gone and goes so deep. So to have a police report out, also looking to get a restraining order, them things are definitely fine. But I'm telling you, when you got somebody that, again, is pursuing you like that, now it's time to, again, just, it's time to really protect yourself in a little bit more cautious of a way. Well, we're going to get back to this video and just see what the rest is it. See what else she's saying.
And so the reason why they were in the hospital, because when this happened 2 days ago, the tooth went through the lip, so they had to get stitches. Okay, black eye, bruised body, all this type of stuff. Charges, were filed. Other things are happening. But what do you do in a situation like that? You understand? Because y'all remember I came on here. So what do you do when you try to do everything the right way? Because you don't want to. I'm cutting out. Damn. Am I cutting out, or is that me pausing? Am I pausing? Because I know I'm pausing in my thoughts. So anyway, what do you do in a very toxic situation like that? Because remember, I came to y'all and I told y'all about toxic crimes, that YouTube channel, and I said toxic crimes, and I'm just scared one day that this will turn out to be a toxic crime situation, because all toxic crime.
Well, you know what? I feel like toxic crimes is some real, okay? This is an everyday life of people that is going through domestic violence, and it is real. It is real. It is not just physical, it is mental, it is emotional, it is on so many different levels that I feel personally is hard for one to deal with, one to bear. So it's just this could be something very heavy to weigh or to carry. But I feel, what would you do in a toxic relationship or hearing something like that? I'm really curious to hear your opinion on what do you think from what you have heard so far. But for me, I feel, again, if the relationship is toxic to the point where you have now formed a certain amount of tolerance for this situation, it is not best to add fuel to the flames. So again, in that way, this young person could again got away from this situation by removing oneself. It's not about being a coward. It's not about, again, you're pushing me or punking me out of a space. This is all about keeping your life, okay? Because as we know, it is 2023, okay? And ain't nobody playing, okay? Some of these people ain't even mentally crazy. Some of these people are just willing to play Russian roulette with your life, okay? Because they're already ready to play it with theirs. So you ain't number target practice, okay? So if you got a family, if you got kids, if you got something that's worth living for, no. No, baby. No. It is not worth the fight, okay? The fight is worth living. The fight it's worth seeing your children to graduation, to see you go before them. And I'm talking about late in age. I ain't talking about to fight a battle that you feel like you're young enough to still fight. I'm gonna just go back to relationships because they're all different. And we all have different kinds of relationships. But I feel like in relationships, sometimes it goes very wrong when you do not know yourself. It is so important to know yourself completely and 100% before again entering into something that involves someone else. Because we do not identify or realize how sometimes we are living for someone else. Okay? Let me say that again. We are living for someone else. Because sometimes you don't even know yourself and you're not complete to where you're looking for that other person to complete you. And whether it's with that bad boy, bad girl life, whether it's that quiet, submissive type, or whatever it may be, the whole thing is that it's not completely you. It's not 100% you. So now you want to fill the gaps that you're not willing to fill yourself. Okay? And I'm going to tell you another thing too. Childhood trauma is a big one, okay? If you do not recognize or know or deal with the childhood trauma that you may have experienced, seen, dealt with, you cannot come into something such as a relationship so healthy. That is just my opinion. Everyone's opinion is different. Everyone's relationships get started differently. I am not perfect. I'm not an expert. This is just my opinion because at the end of the day, I live in real life, okay? I live in real life, okay? All of our lives is reality, okay? Especially if you want to live in the moment, okay? I don't mean in the past. I don't mean too ahead of the future, but I mean in the moment. So, with that being said, what I would have did was relocate. Let me tell you something, baby. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, as we just heard Mama Kathy say, this relationship had been formed over a friendship of even knowing other people, because sometimes when we're from a certain town and we grew up there, we are known. Everybody know everybody, okay? But at the end of the day, baby, you can't be scared to live, okay? Because the problem is trying to fight life. So yeah, I know that it's almost like a game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to fight for a corner. Everybody want to fight for space. Everybody want to fight for time. But ain't nobody fighting for life. You got to fight for life. It ain't worth a corner, baby. It's not worth a look because these 75 people already know me from high school or know that I don't play. Or know that, again, they always wanted me, or know that this is crazy. Come on now. If 75 of them know that you a nut, I'm going to leave them 74 to know you a nut, because this one right here is gone, okay? So don't tell me that you sometimes don't got family in different locations. Don't tell me it's not a place that you have thought that you have always wanted to go to in life. I mean, as kids, sometimes we always wonder or want to be on the West Coast, somewhere warm, whether that dream is to live in Africa. It's all yours. It's in your hand. The dream is in your hand. I'm going to tell you, this young generation that is living today is playing Russian roulette with their life and with their children's lives, because it's not worth it. Yes, This guide in life is not promised to us with a guidebook. We come into this thing authentically to live and learn. We are not born on this earth to fight life. We are not here to fight life. So when I say fight life is that we're going to get in relationships. How are you? We're going to get in relationships to where we are in the process to get to know someone. Okay? So we're getting to know you. We do not know you. It is our responsibility to do that. Things may not go perfectly fine. Things may not go the way you thought. But it's for you to identify that, to say, do I want to stay here or do I want to go? But that is where the tolerance come in at, because just because he smack his food and don't close his mouth, I'm going to control that. He going to close his mouth before the end of the day, okay? Close your mouth. Pick your battles. Now you worried about being controlling enough to close your mouth while you chew instead of respecting yourself first. That you don't like a man, a male, or a king of yours to chew with his mouth open. But you will stay in that relationship 6 months and build a tolerance with him going out to dinner every time chewing with his mouth open. Come on now. We got to get our life, okay? We got to get our life. I'm not going to go too far on a chat about how I feel personally on just that subject, because I know that Mama Kathy got a lot more to say about this toxic relationship. As y'all can see, so do I, okay? But y'all going to get uniquely me, okay? Y'all going to get my point of view, because I want y'all's. So while we watch the rest of this, leave y'all comments down below on how y'all feel on what we have seen so far in the comments that we have also heard.
Crime is usually about a guy always doing something. You always doing something. A man is always doing something to a woman because they don't want to be ignored, whatever. So what do you do in a situation like that?
Well, it's not always just a man doing something to a woman, okay? We ain't gonna cap on that. We're not gonna pretend like we as women are always the victim, okay? Because there are men that is out here that is definitely victims as well. So I feel like it goes hand in hand, maybe in different ways. I don't know how y'all feel as far as a man and being a woman, but I feel like both are victims to this situation, and is definitely is capable of being.
Well, hey, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button since you just came in the room, sweetie. Thanks for tuning in while you're at work. Don't get in trouble though. Okay. So what advice would you give that person when you feel in your heart that they doing everything right? Is she supposed to just stop her life and stop going out on the off chance that she will run into this guy? I mean, she's getting a restraining order and.
Yes, she is, because she has children, and if she has children to go home to, yes. Because as we see and know in life today, it's a lot of us that is not making it home. It is a lot of us that is not making it home over petty arguments. Over petty arguments that, again, can be avoided, or it could be handled in a different time, a different space. But I'm telling you, you got these people out here ain't thinking, and they just taking lives, okay? They taking their lives because they don't have nothing to live for, period, okay? Period.
All that kind of stuff against them. Already filed police reports on them and all that kind of stuff, filed charges.
They ain't got nothing to lose.
In the meantime, ladies, gentlemen, what do y'all suggest? Because I'm kind of like lost, because this is like, keep it on them.
The advice is to support that person. The advice is to be very vocal. And I don't mean just on a certain platform to be heard, which I'm not saying we're all not worth being heard, but I'm telling you, sometimes it's easy to get here on YouTube or on social media and talk about how we feel, because we have that right and we have our opinion, but it is also sometimes hard to tell people this in their face. I'm talking about in their face, close up, personally. Um, People do get hurt by what we say. Sometimes people get hurt by the truth. Some people just don't want to hear the truth. Some people feel like, oh, wow, you know, you may be going through the same thing, and how can you tell me? Regardless of what them scenarios are, we as human beings, as we know, it takes a village to raise a child. And that is regardless if that child is from birth to 69 years old. You still somebody's child. It is a responsibility, and it should be a responsibility that we step up, and we say something. The hardest thing I feel that we deal with here in America, and I feel like also in my culture, is stepping up and doing the right thing. The right thing sometimes is very hard. We don't want to never hurt or feel intentionally like we're hurting our loved ones, but at the same time, we don't want our loved ones to hurt. So when we neglect to do the right thing, far as call the law ourselves, send a welfare check over to check on our loved ones. Tell our loved ones the truth, even if it does hurt, even if it does jeopardize that relationship that you may have with that loved one. At least you know in your heart and consciously and with God's will that you did the right thing, because sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes you hear a lot of people saying, oh, I wish I would have said this. Oh, I told her that. And you probably didn't tell her shit. You probably said it to a whole nother third party. You probably said it to a whole nother significant other, a therapist, who knows. But at the same time, it got to come from the rooter to the tutor, from the horse's mouth, okay? Like I said again, you know, we got to be willing to be uncomfortable. We have to be willing to be uncomfortable in situations that is not comfortable, but at the same time is not ours. As God say, the battle is not yours, it's his. Pray on it. Put that person not just only in your prayers, but put that person also on the front line. The front line of saving that person, or trying whatever you can to save that person. So that is what I would suggest to do. I would love, again, to know your comments. If you like this video, please go down below and push like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribe. Your girl face is like Roy Lee, but it is beautiful, okay? Well, I thank everybody that is watching and everyone that may tune in. Again, even if you catch this late, still drop that like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get my next live.
Oh, child, that would be, that would be, yes, that one dealt with. You got that right, Rashonda.
Y'all know Mama Kathy and them be driving probably at a little distance to where they reception probably goes in and out and everything like that. But it's still good, Mama Kathy. I love your lives, okay? Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it, because I ain't got a problem with it. The pause and nothing else.
Sharp wire, pulse is like pain at night. Need to live a lie, this is how I feel.
Why work for two men in a truck? If you're like Rob, you like getting out there, helping people. Hard work doesn't feel like hard work. And even though you don't do it for the 5-star reviews, you get them anyway. That's why you work for two men in a truck. Two men in a truck.
I'm talking about petty shit. I'm talking about taking shit back like toilet paper.
I'm trying to get like Mama Kathy, y'all, where I can get some ads in my video, okay? So that way, you know what I'm saying, somebody can take a second and watch an ad on my vid. You know what I'm saying? That way, you know what I'm saying, I can go on and get up there. So again, if you guys liked my video reaction to Mama Kathy's toxic relationship, please don't forget to like, push, let me say that again. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, your girl is trying to get up to 450 subscribers. I know y'all can help me get there, okay? Because a girl is going to keep on bringing y'all this authentic, uniquely me content. So I am out. See you in my next live. Bye-bye.